Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are we okay back there? You good? All right, first order of business is the minutes. Minutes from last meeting. Are there any changes? Or anything on the minutes? Anything?
No changes.
No changes? Everything good? I make a motion that the meetings be accepted. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The first order of business now is a public hearing on bLaurie Abraham, 4 Manitou Road, Ridge Road, Garrison. Is anybody here representing that? Want to step here, please?
My name is Peter Weed. I'm the architect for.
You're the architect. All right. I have your authorization here, so that you could speak. Just give us a rough idea what you need the variances for.
So the property, of course, was existed before the setbacks were set for the rural residential zoning. And the requirements are 30-foot setbacks, which if you see the map that I prepared, basically that would make about a 10 to 12-foot strip of land actually buildable. And so the owner, Laurie, is asking that, and I'm asking for a variance to allow us to put small additions on the first and second floor of the house in order to be able to get more functionality for her and for her growing family.
Right. Well, see, I was here, the denial letter was, the application proposes a second floor 14 by 8-foot bedroom, extension 117 square feet, proposing an 8-foot northeast side yard setback with 30-foot required, and the first story 7 by 7 story addition, 52 square feet, proposing an 18.6 southwest yard setback where 30 feet is required. I'm familiar with Sarah. These houses, with all the houses, they were built before, probably built before even the zoning.
Yes.
I would say.
There are surveys that go back to
Right,
1940s and
yeah,
earlier.
but they were way back. The zoning was to 57. They were way back. Yeah. So they built them, and then the zoning came, but there's nothing you could do with that. So anything else like that. All right. It's really not a big addition or anything. I see. There's a public hearing. Does anybody wish to speak to this? Okay. No one in the audience. Okay. Anybody? Board members have any questions on this application?
No.
On this hearing, on this one? Okay? Okay. All right, at this point in time, I make that the meeting be closed, public hearing be closed?
I'll make a motion.
I'll make more, I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now we're going to go over the 5 factors that you answered, okay? And the reason the 5 factors is that's what we use to determine whether we should issue the variance or not. Question number 1 is, will an undesirable change be produced in the character of the neighborhood, or will a detriment to nearby properties be created by granting of the area variance? Your answer that the subject property will minimally altered by proposed work. The new addition is in keeping with and using the same materials, details, in some cases architectural elements as the existing house. So I guess most of the work is probably much inside, so I don't see too much that there's going to be an outside change. Number 2, can the benefits sought be achieved by some method feasible to pursue other than area variance? And your answer was no. The owner has a growing extended family that requires more space. Additions are the only viable means of addressing these needs. I could understand that. Does the required variance substantial? No, could not be more minor at 52 square feet, which is correct. Will the proposed variance have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district? No, and to complete the new work will almost be indistinguishable from the existing. See attached photos and sketch renderings. We saw that when everybody reviewed the your application and your photos. Is the alleged difficulty self-created? This consideration shall be relevant for the decision of the Board of Appeals, but shall not necessarily preclude the granting of the area variance. And your answer to that was the survey shows that the need for the variance stems from the imposition of side yard setbacks by the town code on a property that was built before its adoption by the town. And that's 100% correct. I agree with you there. We've reviewed everything. Does anybody have any questions on this or anything? Okay, at this point in time, I want to take a roll call vote on the variance. Mr.
I vote to approve.
I vote, oops, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. No?
I vote to approve.
Okay, Janice.
I vote to approve.
I vote to approve, so you're all set.
Great.
Okay, you're approved. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a approval here, where you'll be able to go tomorrow and get your permit to start work. Okay. It's good to see work. It's good to see work being done. Things, the economy's starting to get a little better. Okay, thank you. Good night. Thank you very much. You're set. Okay. Takes care of that one. Next one is, well, we've got three applications. So I'll tell you all the same thing, so I don't have to repeat it all the time. But the application review is to look at the application to make sure that we have everything that we need. If there's anything in there that we need, we'll tell you, and you'll have to supply it to us. If we mark the application as complete, we'll set it up for a public hearing. That would mean that the secretary will send out letters to your surrounding neighbors. If anybody has the interest as to what you're doing, they can come to the town building department and look at the plans, or they can come to a meeting too and voice their concerns if they have any. That's the reason for that. Okay. The first one is Peter Hardigan, 446 Route 403 Garrison. That's you. Okay.
I'm Elizabeth Parks. And,
You're Elizabeth Parks.
And I'm the architect for Peter and Maya Hardigan.
Okay, Elizabeth. Now let me tell you what you have to do. Okay. I need what they call an authorization letter.
And that was emailed to Cheryl on Friday. I know she was out. Do you not have it?
I don't have it in here, but I'm not going to hold it up. You gave it to her. She was out, so
yes.
there's a possibility. Did you authorize? Did you get it notarized?
Yes.
By Linda?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Now the second thing is on your 5 factors.
Yes.
What you do is you say refer to attachment. And I look at the attachment, and you get your answer like the first question. And then you go on, and then you give me pictures of a house across the street or something like that? Is it?
So there was a document submitted with the original application, which is the one with the pictures.
Right.
And then I think there are a couple of pictures in that attachment as well. So what I wanted to do was provide information about the adjacent properties.
Right.
What the Hardigans would like to do is put a wood stockade fence on top of the stone wall that exists on the property.
Right.
Front, excuse me, on 403. And then put an extension on an existing metal fence on the west side of the property, and then replace a barbed wire fence on the east and rear with a deer fence.
Okay. Now, the existing stone wall in the front of the house is 3 feet high, 30?
It's approximately,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And what size fence you looking to put on top of that?
They want to end up with an 8-foot fence altogether. Actually, I think the stone wall is closer to 4 feet.
Stone wall, I believe, you got here
What's
3
it?
feet. You got 3 foot.
Then that's what it is.
I'm going to go what you say, 3 foot. So if you put an 8-foot fence on top of
So
that,
that's 5 feet of wood,
so you're looking to do 8 foot completely?
correct.
Okay. That
And
makes me feel better.
Well-
Because I was looking at it, I didn't
Oh,
see
no,
it.
not 8 feet, right. No, not 8 feet on top of the
No,
3.
no.
8 feet total, that's all about deer.
Total's going to be 8 foot.
Yeah, total is 8 feet. That
Okay.
is just
And the
for
only
deer.
other thing is, these 5 factors worksheet,
Yes,
okay, you said see attached. Okay. That doesn't work for us, okay?
Okay.
So what you're going to have to do is, no big problem, fill in each question.
Sure.
That's the reason for this 5 questions, okay?
Do you not have the attached, it was just easier to type.
You
because
have
my
it.
handwriting's so terrible.
I don't see it here, no.
Something different than this?
Huh? You see it?
Where
Yeah,
do
but
you
the
have
attached don't help me.
Okay.
Your attached says number 1, will an undesirable change be produced, and so on.
Right.
And then you put no. But then you go on, the eastern property line, and you go on, you go on. You haven't answered all these questions.
It is in here, but I can put it,
You're not listening.
yeah.
Listen to me for a second, okay? There's 5 questions here on
Yes,
this form.
yes,
They got to be answered on this form,
okay,
okay? That's the way we do it.
no problem.
Okay, so you just do it over and hand it to the secretary and we'll have it for
Yep.
next month's meeting, okay? Now, is anything else missing, or? Oh, right.
Peter Hardigan.
I see we got everything else, the deed, we got the deed, we got the certificate of occupancy, we got the things, survey. All right, looks complete. Next month's meeting was supposed to be on the 8th, but we had to change plans, so next month's meeting will be changed till Monday, the 15th, June 15th.
Okay.
Okay, that will be next week's meeting. Now, does anybody have any questions on this application? Anybody need any more information or anything
No.
at this time? No, okay. Now, I can say at that meeting, the letters will go out, and if there's any neighbors who have any concerns, they'll be here. Okay, at this point, I make a motion that the application be accepted as complete, which you're going to fill out the 5 factors, okay? And I second motion?
I'd second it.
I second. Want Janice second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
On getting the information.
On the information?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So that's June 15th?
Okay.
Okay, and we'll see you then. And
All
just
right, thank you.
get that other thing down.
Yeah,
And you'll
absolutely.
be all set. Have a good day. All right, next one. Let's see. Angela Attia, is that her name? Attia, okay. 278, 85 Route 9, Cold Spring. Let me get that.
So you don't need me to fire up the laptop to show you anything at this time? Okay.
No, no, we don't want a presentation right now. Just want to make sure we got everything. Like I told you about the authorization, you just got to get that notarized.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
it just has to be notarized. I see. And I see you filled out the forms the way I want them to be filled out, so that's good. So you're on good standing there,
Okay,
okay? Everything else seems complete. But the thing here is, let me read the letter from the building inspector. The application proposes a deck partly within the required north side yard setback. The applicant proposes 45.33 setback where 50 feet is required. Since proposal does not comply with the Town of Philipstown dimensional table found in Chapter 175 of the zoning code, the building permit is denied. And then you got another letter. The application proposes a 1,550 square foot detached garage within the required setback. As per Chapter 175-10D, Article 5, the proposed garage exceeds the maximum allowance of 1,000 square feet by 550 square feet. Also proposes a 22.84 setback where 50 foot is required. Since the proposal does not comply with the Town of Philipstown dimensional table found in Chapter 175 of the zoning code, the building permit is denied. So I guess what you're looking here for is 3 variances?
yes,
Am I correct?
yes, that is correct.
So you're looking for 3 variances. Just give us a little overview of what you're doing, quick.
Yes. So,
Short version.
you got it.
Okay.
So we have a 2.4 acre lot, property. It's in a highway commercial district off of Route 9. It's about a couple hundred yards south of 301 on the west side of Route 9. It's set back, so it's a flag lot. Flag lots have more significant setbacks. They have 50-foot setbacks. There's a single-family residence there. It was a Lindell cedar home, model home. I don't know exactly when it was built, probably in the 70s, maybe 80s.
Yeah.
And basically, we're calling it the rock and the hard place. We have wetlands buffer We have septic in the ground, we have the existing driveway, the existing house, and we're really kind of hemmed into where to place the building. And we feel this is the best place. We even have the civil engineers moving some septic laterals to the other side of the property so we can move the building closer to the house and not so close to the property lines. It is also a sunken area, and the design is a modern design with a flat roof. So when the building is placed, it's sunken down in the land, so it's not, really sticking up. And from Route 9, I don't think you'll be able to see it. There's one neighbor on the Route 9 side who will, but,
We'll find out next month.
yeah,
If they have a complaint, they'll be here.
right.
So you'll
Right.
know that. Yeah, the property is set back as a flag lot. It's back off Route 9, so you can't see the house.
It's a flag
You can't see the
lot,
house.
yep, yep.
Yeah, from the street, so
Yeah,
I know
and-
that.
And the other variance is for, on the north side, there's a deck that we're putting a hot tub in, and there's a triangulated sliver that's kind of projecting into the setback area. Not much.
I think you even have to put a new septic system in, right? You have to abandon the old one, you got to put a new one in in order to do
It's
this.
referred to as a septic repair, so he's taking like half the laterals out and moving them so we can get the building in there. Otherwise, it's really, really tight there.
Yeah,
Even
tight.
though they have 2.4 acres, we've got septic, existing driveway, existing house, setback lines, the slope. So we've been sort of rotating it and pushing it toward the house as close as we can to get it to work.
All right, next month's meeting, you'll be, make a, presentation so we know what we're talking about, okay? Because it
Okay.
is a pretty big building. It is a big addition is what I'm trying to say. It's a garage, a music room, and an exercise room or something like that, so.
Yes, it has those,
And it is almost twice the size, like it's, we only go 1,000 feet, this is what, 1,900 square feet, so.
Yeah.
I would want to, I want to see it.
We're basically, this, this accessory structure is multifunctional.
Right.
So when you're looking at the zoning code, they talk about garages exceeding 1,000 square feet. So this has more uses in it. So there's a two-car garage, a music room, and an exercise room, and there's storage above the garage.
Right, I
So
understand.
we're trying to, also compress the building
Right.
in such a way so that it's not so big. That's
Right.
why we put the storage up above the garage. The exercise room is kind of tall. They do want that room for like ropes hanging.
Right,
Yeah,
okay. But you need variances because otherwise you wouldn't be here.
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We knew, we submitted our application for building permit with the sole purpose of getting a denial.
Right. You knew it was going to get denied to begin with, so,
Yeah.
so it said, okay.
Yep.
Does anybody have any questions to this right now, or?
No.
No? Okay. All right, just want to make a application,
I'll make the motion.
motion that it's
That is
complete?
Yes.
Anybody have it?
A second.
All approved? Third?
Aye.
Okay.
Yep.
Aye, everybody approves. So 15th, okay,
Okay.
be here, and with your dancing shoes on, okay?
And I'll have the
May 15th.
notarization of the,
Got to get, got to
Yeah.
get notarized, have Linda notarize that authorization
Yeah,
form.
okay.
Because if it's not notarized, you won't be able to talk.
okay,
Okay,
sounds good.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, let's see what we got here now. Scott Anderson. 35 Mountain Drive, Garrison. Hi, you all?
Mark Hinchcliffe, the applicant.
I'm sorry?
Mark Hinchcliffe.
Okay. Oh, Mark Hinckley. Okay, you have the owner consent and authorization form. I have it here. Okay. Just give us an overview just quickly of what you're going to do, trying to do here.
So there's a small existing deck on the rear of the property. We're looking to replace that with an enclosed porch of the same size.
Yeah, you're looking to, seeking a variance for build a 24 by 16-foot porch and deck extension, proposing a 24-foot setback with 30 foot is required, right? So you're only looking for one variance,
One
basically,
variance,
in order to
just
do
the
this.
south setback.
Okay. I've looked at everything. I think I see, pretty sure. Let me just double check. Hold on. You fill out the 5 factors like you're supposed to? Okay, that's good. The only thing I don't see, is I got a CO. Let me see the deed. I'm looking for the deed.
It was sent by email,
Yeah, look at
but
it.
it was
Anybody
probably
see
while
the
Cheryl
deed in
was
here?
away.
This here.
Let me see.
What else would that be?
No, that's not a deed. No, I don't see a deed. A deed to the property.
Yeah.
Is the owner here?
Yes, that's
You
fine.
you understand you have a deed? You know,
Yes.
we need to, that's one of the things we need. Did you give it to Linda, the secretary? Right? Oh, hold on. You might have solved that problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
4 Crestview Courtland, Putnam County. 1 second more. First part, Compound Road. All right. County record recording. Okay, hold on 1 second. It's just check, that's your deed?
That would be it.
I think that's what you said. Maybe you ask it.
I'm not sure whether,
That's right.
all right. You think that's yours?
Yes. That is it.
Just double checking, make sure we got the right deed, okay? Anybody have any questions on this application?
No, I don't.
Okay. Make a motion, the application be accepted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're all set. You're going to be back here May 15th, okay, same time, same place. And you're, excuse me?
June 15th.
June, you're right. That's why I have you around. Okay, June 15th. And like I say, neighbors will be sending letters, and if they have any concerns or anything else like that, they'll be here, okay? Thank you. Okay. Anybody else have any business, old business, no business? Make a motion, we adjourn? Oh, wait, hold on. Or, yes, sir, go ahead.
I am staying on top of your request for new zoning code books.
Okay.
And I've had it from the town clerk that they will be here to you before the June meeting.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. Congratulations, I'll tell you. That's why I voted for you.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay. All right. Motion, we adjourned. We did that. We're done. Okay, thank you, Nat. That was a long one tonight.